Next, we'll take a look at the no parameter. It's called no, there's no shortcut for it, --no. And it accepts a list of words, one or more words separated by commas, that are basically things we don't want the image to include. So the example that they give is a still life, is a gouache painting. It's a type of paint, I think, a watercolor type paint. And then they do the same prompt with --no fruit. And we get less fruit. It's not a guarantee, though, that we won't get any fruit, right? There's still fruit up here. So that's important to note. Like a lot of things in Midjourney, there's no hard rules. The model still just kind of does what it wants sometimes. But you can at least steer it using --no fruit. And there's a couple options without fruit, and then you could upscale one of those and generate variations. So it is not a guarantee that it will remove the things that you're telling it to remove. So let's try an example. Let's have it generate busy city block, and let's do a cyberpunk, isometric image. So I'm assuming I ran this a few times, and it will usually generate one that has some people in it or some vehicles in it. And then we can go in and say, actually, we want that same type of prompt, but with no people or with no cars or no planes or whatever it does for us. So I'll be back when this finishes. Okay, this is what I got. It might be small and difficult to see, but there are, I'm all the way zoomed in. There's cars all over the place in these images. So let's try the same prompt with --no cars, and then we can add comma people. Although it's really hard to see the people in those images. And I'll be back when this finishes. Okay, this is what we get. Now, there's still cars in this image. As we talked about, it's not a guarantee that it will exclude cars completely, but this one has no cars. This one has no cars. This one, I can't see close enough. Yep, it has no cars either. This one does have cars. So it does make a difference. Same thing with people. I can't see any people in these images. Up here, were there even people? Yeah, there's people in this one. So, it's just a quick example. Let me do one more. Okay, so here's an example. I asked it to generate cabin lake mountains. Very simple prompt. And here we are. We get some nice images of cabins on a lake with mountains and lots of trees. So I reran the prompt, but I added --no trees. And now we get 3 of the 4 that have, fewer trees. There's still trees here, there's still trees there, but they're not the focus of the image. This one has no trees. It made a pretty significant difference compared to these where the trees are very prominent. It makes sense. There's a lot of trees by lakes in the mountains. So just a simple example there. One thing I want to call your attention to is that Midjourney really sucks at understanding the relationship between words and actual language. So it doesn't work well to say still life painting, don't add fruit, because it doesn't really interpret the relationship here between don't add and fruit. It just sees the word fruit, and that actually makes it more likely to include fruit. Same thing if I had said don't add trees. So instead of trying to go through the English language and writing a prompt that says no trees please, or don't include trees, that sort of thing, instead what you want to do is use the --no parameter and explicitly tell it no trees. That way, it doesn't matter that it doesn't understand the relationship between don't and don't include or don't add or ignore trees. You just tell it exactly using the programmatic interface, no trees. And remember, you can only use this once, but you can chain together a list using commas if I wanted to say no trees, no clouds, no snow, for example. Okay, so that's the no parameter.